तो हेलो देवी और सज्जनों, मेरा नाम है वीरम। मैं आपका स्वागत करता हूँ आओ कोड करे में। सो these days we are getting all the queries about how do you code on phone, right? फ़ोन में कोड कैसे करें, क्योंकि लैपटॉप सबके पास ज़रूरी नहीं हो। सो when I was into coding, obviously मेरा लैपटॉप ख़राब हो गया था and thus I started coding in my phone. So there is this good way you can do it. This is an Android phone, so you can go to Play Store. There is this app called PyDroid. Here you can install this. Actually, I uninstalled it on so that you can actually understand from start, because I had many things installed in it and many settings were changed. So it should be fresh, right? Okay, so it's almost downloaded. Internet is slow. Okay, here we are on with Python. Open it. Installing Python. So this is basically a Python interpreter. So don't go for other languages. I don't know, it may or may not support. So this is the screen you get when you turn this thing on. If you wanna see, we can do this again. Alright. See, this is how the screen starts. So this is for experimental purpose. I want to print something. So this is also automated. Like if you put a front bracket, it automatically puts the back bracket. So print hello Binod, and you press this play icon so that starts. It runs the code. So you can see the output hello Binod, right? Also, people asked if you can save the code. Yes, you can save the code. There is this thing. You can save the code. Allow the permission. Uh, Wherever you can just select the folder. You can name the file. Test was my files name. So also, many people asked if there are libraries that are supported in this. So I wanted to show libraries. So here you can directly type the library's name and install them, or there is this libraries, the whole panel. So here you can get all the libraries that are available for free, obviously. There is this quick install thing, right? So there we have TensorFlow, the big libraries, OpenCV, Torch, PyQt, Jupyter, Keras. So we have all these things, Pandas, NumPy, you would know all this, Scikit-learn, SciPy. So all these libraries are basically what people work with in Python. uh, Also, because I wanted to show, also you have this interpreter thing. So this is the console thing when you start Python in the CMD. So you can write anything like blah 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 blah, blah. But it does not put the right brackets. You have to put them here. So both the things are done here. Also we have a terminal here. So you can actually run pip commands. If you are a pro coder, you will install libraries with pip, obviously. What else are we? Also, it has a dark mode. Yes, that's the best one. I love dark mode. Yes. Also, what else do we have? We have many things. All these are just inshallah code analysis. You have this convention and refactor, and all those things are already there. Editorial, you can choose if it has to word wrap, that is if the next line should be shown down or the continuous line can be shown down. Tab spaces, keep it to 4, generally it is 4. So also, what do we have? There is this thing, preserve files on exit. So if you turn this on, whatever you written here won't go. Okay, let's close it and see again. See, but if you turn that off, then whatever you have written here for experimental purpose will go. So as I wanted to show if this works for some code, one of my friends sent me this. He said I want a code for this program. So it says write a program to generate a series of 10 numbers starting with 41 and with the increment of 3. Now add 7 to all the odd values and subtract 3 to even values. Reprint the updated series. So let's see if we can do this. Also, I think we can also split screen this thing. Let's see. So if I want to see the code here, down to code here, yes, we can do this. So I can see the question and the code at the same time. So yes, write a program to generate a series of 10 numbers with pattern. And also, if your phone does not support this thing, the dual window thing, what you can do is you can write the code somewhere and then start here. It's really very irritating if you switch tabs, like if you switch apps just to read the code. So let's start here. So we have to start with 41. So let's uh, put a is equal to 41. Then they say that we have to print a generate a series of 10 numbers. Let's put for I in range. We need 10 numbers. 10. Actually 9 numbers because we already have 41. So let's make 41 a list, or okay, let's make a empty list. B is equal to empty list. So let's do b dot append. Okay, so let's put 41 before. Yes. So now we can append to it 41 plus, no, not 41, a plus 3, right? So every time we do this, we have to do plus 3. So we also have to do plus 3 for a because we are using a as a counter parameter. So here we have, let's print b. Let's see what we have here. 41. Okay, we have this 666. So what is this? B. So we have 41. A goes a. Okay, so this is a. That's my mistake. Plus equal to. It should be plus equal to. So yes, here we have the series. So now what we have to do? We have to add 7 to all the odd values and subtract 3 in even values. So we can do this for j in b. So it takes a value from b every time it iterates. This only happens in Python. So if you are from C or C++ background, you may get confused in this. Just understand that whatever is in b, the whole list, it will come one by one, like 41, 41, and so on. So let's get started. If now what they have said is add 7 to all the odd values. So how do you actually say if it is odd or even? So it's a simple math. If you subtract the value, if you do modulus of a value by 2, modulus is the remainder. If you divide a number by something, this modulus gives you the value of the remainder, and if you do this slash thing, this gives you the question. So if I divide a odd number by 2, what do I get? I get 1. If you see the number, if you see the table of 2, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, so on. So if I have 3 or if I have 5, I'll get a remainder 1. So all the remainders you have is 0 or 1. So if I get the remainder as 1, so it is a odd number. So now add 7 to all the odd values. So what we'll do is j. Okay, let's make another empty list. and I don't really code this long. This is just for understanding purpose, because some people may not get the generators directly right. If I start coding in what way I do, you all will get confused mostly. So j plus equal to, how many we have to add? 7. Now add 7 to all. Okay, so 7 to all the odd values. Else, now there are only two possibilities, right? If either the number would be even or odd. So if it is not even, it is odd. So what we have to do with the odd values? All the even values are already separated. Subtract 3 in even values. Okay. So we'll do j minus equal to 3 for even values. Now because we are doing this for a new list, we'll do append, and we'll append j to it, right? Let's see what it gives us. So parent j, no, c. So here you can see 41 was odd, so it was added 6. 44 was even, so it was minus 6. So the thing is done. Now as this is a very you know uh, improvative thing, if you can actually read what they want actually. Many coders, what they do is they do the thing, they print it, and they say that okay, this is done. So no, it's not that way. You have to see what output they want. So reprint the updated series. So we don't need this print b. We'll put a hash here. It would not print b now, right? Because it is a comment. Also, if you see this c, I don't want these brackets and commas, right? Because I want it to look better, to represent better. So what I'll do is I'll add a star here. This is called as an unpacking variable. So yes, we have the series and nothing around it, right? Also, if you were a coder who actually likes to make the code small, so the further video would be more complex. If you are done with this, don't go further. So let's save this, right? Testbot py is saved. Now if I am a coder who wants the code to be fast and not just do things that I want, right? If you are at a level where you want the code to use a less time and a less memory span, so let's try to reduce this thing. So what we can do is, we are doing a, b and c. If you can already uh, deduct a list from this, you will save half of the memory. Also, for loop, if loop, 3 loops, right? If we can actually make this small, that would be great, right? So let's do this. So I'll comment out this whole thing, the for loop, and I'll show you how you can make this with a generator. Okay, this does not support the VM thing, but you can also undo. That is a great thing. So okay, undo, undo, undo. Okay, so here we are. That is a great thing in this, that you can undo things. You won't get such things in a free editor. So obviously the task of this dual screen is done. Let's uh, make it a single screen now. Yes. Now we'll try to make this code small. So let me put a, okay, one more. Yes. So this code won't be run now. So let's do the same thing but with less space and time. So what we can do is, let's say that is equal to some box, the box says underscore plus 3 underscore plus let's say I into 3. For I in range, the same range 9, and let's do this as 41 plus, so we do not have to store 41, I into 3, and let's put it not 0, so we'll do 1 2 10. So let's see if we get the same result, but first we have to add to this list. Let's make it z because the iteration will. Okay, we have an error for. Okay, I have written for there. For. Or yes, we are fine. So here you can see we get the same thing, but less space and time. If you actually run a bigger code, you will understand what space and time is. So this is simple math. This is the number, and if you add 3 to a number regularly, that is you are adding multiples of 3. That is, when you add 3 first, let's say a was 0, so when you add 3 first, it is 3. When you add 3 the second time, it would be 6. So that is the table of 3. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. If I want to directly see the series, what I'll do is I'll see the table of 3. So 3 ones are 3, 3 2 are 6. I can do that till 10. But what they said is that you have to add it to 41. So I added it to 41, right? I think that's a simple explanation. If it is not, please ping me in the comments. I'll explain it again, maybe in the coming video or coming live. Okay, so this is sorted. So we don't need this big loopy thing. Let's. Okay. Also, what have we not used? A. So here we go. We haven't used B either, right? That's cool. So we already deducted two lists from this, and this wasn't scripted. Okay, this I got this problem right now, so I thought let's make this video anyway. People wanted to see if we can code in the phone. So now this loop, right? This whole loop. It has a for, it has a if. Even this can be connected to a generator. Obviously, people won't know generators much because they don't use it much. So we can do y is equal to, let's first add a, make this code not so runnable. Let's make it a comment. Yes. So you, when you actually add triple quotes to a series of lines, it makes it a comment. So if you want to do a single line, you add hash to it. So let's do it for y. So for j in z, same thing we'll copy. For just see the syntax, right? J in z. Even if you have never used generators, you can actually learn from this. For j in z, so we have completed this line, this first line. The second line, if j is mod equal to, okay, so that you will add here in the left hand side. If j mod 2 is equal to 1. So what we have to do, the true statement would be here. So the two lines are done. The third line, j plus equal to 7. J plus equal to 7, right? And the else would come in between this if and for. So else j minus 3 minus equal to 3, sorry, 3. Also always keep spaces between the operands and the operators, so you can actually see it is a bit readable, right? Okay, so okay, we have not put a space here. Now it's okay. If else, and now the thing is, we haven't saved the, like here we appended to C, but you can actually do it directly. Now I think somewhere in here I have did something wrong. Let's see what's wrong. J plus equal to 7, invalid syntax. Okay, So I think we'll need C here. So C dot append. So this is how a program actually codes. He codes the bigger thing first, and if he is a 2 pro coder, he won't do the bigger thing. I think Deep is missing. Okay. Else C dot append. Okay. Here, this might work. No. Invalid syntax. Okay. C dot append this if else C dot append this for J in Z. We have the values in Z, right? Okay. Why is this? No, no. We are appending to else is else feels somewhat right. Undo. Hmm. Let's do C plus equal to plus equal to. Let's make this a list. Same with this one. Let's see if this works. I think this is an older version of Python in it because this must work, right? C plus equal to won't work. Okay. So what we'll do is J mod 2 equal to 1 else. That is a fine statement. What else would have gone wrong here? For J in C, right? If J mod 2 is equal to 1, true left, else false right. It's, so let's do this whole thing again. So this is how frustrating coding is actually, because some little things I think I have missed something in here, so it was giving me such errors. So let's do this fast this time. So J plus equal to 7. Let's copy paste. Let's copy paste. So we'll copy this whole line. Right. Copy. Okay, it seems my keyboard have lost its printing function. Okay. Y is equal to the box J plus 3. Okay, yes, this is where I was going wrong. So you have to directly add the values in a. Oh, okay. So this should work. J plus 7 if the number is even odd for J mod 2 equal to 1 else J. You can see there is this red thing always on. If unless and until you have completed the statement, don't worry about it. If you have completed it, then you have to worry about it. Else we have to J plus 3. Sorry, J minus 3. Yes. For J in Z. Yes, so the red line is gone. That means the this thing would work. Let's print not C but Y. Y. Yes, so here we are. The same thing for 41, 54. Okay, derivation. Yes, here we go 41, 54, 41 plus 7. 14. Okay, we have printed Y, right? Yes, we have printed Y. Let's print Z too. Let's see what's the difference in Z. Is this thing working? Y, comma, Z. Okay, so print Y and print Z. So this is how you debug things mostly. You don't use that. Okay, so there is a difference in the thing. So here we are with the code, right? We did the thing, the same thing, and let's see how many lines we saved. Right? I think plenty of lines. Oh no, undo. This is where undo comes handy. There is this thing that after the first undo, the undo shifters to right. So you will have to take care of it. Also, we are not using this C now, right? Let's see. So here we are. So we actually this generator is not saved in Y. This generator is actually saving the file in Z itself. So here we are. Also, if we want to shorten the code more, let's see if we can shorten the code more. So we are taking this whole thing, right? This whole thing, the first line. Also, the shorter the code, the more complicated it is. Like you can see here. We'll copy it. Let's put a hash here. Hash. So instead of Z, I'll print. I'll paste this whole thing that we had. Okay, seems like an error. So I'm pasting this thing. Undo. Undo. So instead of V, okay, yes. If we are not actually storing in V, we cannot again get back to V. So we'll have to store this, or we'll have to directly print this. Let's print it. Hmm. Okay, so here we can do this. Print for this and print for this for red. Okay. So now we can actually. So I selected Z and I'll paste this whole thing that we did. Yes, here we are. Let's remove this print because we are already printing in this line. Let's remove this line too. Let's see if this works. If there is a yellow line, I think it might work, it might not work. Yes, so here we are with the same thing but a different approach, right? Okay, what else can we do? Let's come on. So here we are with the whole thing again. 41. So this uh, modulus thing isn't working, or this print j plus 3 and j minus 3 isn't working. So what can we do about this expression? Is not assigned to nothing. Okay, j plus 7, right? Print j plus 7. That should work. Okay, let's do this. Okay, the numbers are printed. J plus 7. So 41 I into 3. So that means 41 to 47 60. No, this is not the list we wanted. So what should we do? We'll have to save this somewhere, I think. Rather it won't go. So I think the best thing was this two line statement that we had. So yeah, sometimes we have to understand that this can't be stringed more. Okay, this is a no, this is the same 41 thing. Undo, 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 undo. Undo is the best kind of code. I thought that this would work, but even if I get this one line statement, I'll comment this down in the YouTube video that we upload. Right now, it would be too lengthy. So coding is fun unless you are stuck somewhere, right? Let's do undo, undo. There should be a undo undo button right here, right side. Undo, undo. Okay. Back to square one. Z. Here we are. Yes. Let's see. Yes, this is the right one. So this code can be done in 3 lines, and that's it. It should be done in 2 lines or 1 line too. But let's keep it this way for right now, and I'll comment down a single line if I get it. Thank you so much for watching.